Snake there is running everything else, man. Hey, I know you got a big radio over there, and I know he got a big radio. Y'all doing that deal around in Magnolia? I'm just lucky to get back to y'all on this old TPOD or this old bug down ground playing around in Magnolia. 259. We're way back.
Hey, Snake Doctor, 1137's waving.
How about that kryptonite? How about that kryptonite? 95, Indiana, trying to break. Kryptonite 366 St. Louis, we're waving. Hey, where y'all ain't got no conditions for that kryptonite.
How about it, Snake Doctor? Snake Doctor, code 45, Alabama, reading the mail.
First mistake, all I got in my receipt is that Snake Doctor 955 said that.
Hello, Kryptonite. We heard you in there too. Code 45.
About it 108, 66 Boston, 108, 66 in Boston. Hey, morning time to you, 66 in Boston. Hey, 356 on the BYU. Hey, 356 on the Bayou. You didn't lose any conditions. Matter of fact, you got all kind of conditions. 356 in the BYU. Small working on the bill. Stepping. Outside, 16 feet off the ground, moving up mall, 356 waiting. Airplane flat side, it's working too. The 256 airplane flat side got a big old hammer out here on my neck of the woods. Loading off more, working a small bill, look at it waving, break out. 366 in this mobile, we're waving. 356 northwest corner of Louisiana. All the director scale over here on my neck of the woods. That's what I'm about for. Well, good to hear you up in there this morning. I'm just working on a cup of coffee. Just got up and about and around. I figure I'd jump out here in the mobile a little bit. I've been talking more out of the mobile than I have been out of the base. I don't know why. I guess the mobile is new. It's something different for me.
The mobile is funner. It's just a lot more fun.
Got some chores to do, motor my ball, 356, working his homemade flat side, I'll see. 410, I got the gable in the shop too, I do. I think you'll like what you hear. And Lee Majors, I even got to work at homemade Quaggy too. Hey, Lee Majors, you're working at Quaggy out there, I got you for everything. Let him know. 10-4, I just turned my antenna a little bit more towards you, a little bit more toward the bighorn, and man, you could blow it up in there like a house of fire to break. 99, Let me get in there and clean your ears out. Let old Soda Pop 427 get in there and clean your ears. Oh, that's going to be a great project. Yeah, I think you'll like it. I think it's going to act pretty good up at 50 feet. Ain't no doubt about that. Yeah, it's working really good as it is. I can see it just getting nothing but better. Break. Yeah, we're still going to do the same we talked about, but I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and right back to 233, so it's going to go up to I'm going to build something. 233, double six Wait, that's going to be awesome. I think you'll be happy with either one of those. I should say with both of them. You're not going to do one or the other. You're going to do both. So I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. But I think you already know, the numbers are the numbers, and they should do what they're going to do. I think you're going to be in for a hammer and a half there, Break. Yeah,
Yeah, and you know what I keep saying out here is when I do have to do something different here,
yeah, you know, it takes a little bit of work to keep a long antenna, a big antenna. You know, there's maintenance, there's you know, all kinds of stuff. You know, it's not for the faint-of-hearted, and it's certainly not for somebody who can't really get up and down and do the maintenance themselves. You know, you can't be hiring somebody who doesn't really know anything about antennas to do antenna work for you. You know, so yeah. Enjoy what you got while you got it, and build it robust so it'll last as long as it'll last, because, yeah, there's going to be a point in time where, you know, we're not going to be able to work on our own stuff.
Hello, Minute Man.
Yeah, well, we
smoke trees, and ain't real duck plucking good out here in Oklahoma, Roger.
up there and my parasitic elements, the brackets I'm using for those, they twist on the boom. So all I did was put a cent screw in it and done with that, but nothing.
Very, very cool. Wow, what a trip. Well, Ben, I think you got the, I think it sounds like you got the longevity situation, pardon me, got the longevity situation figured out there, so that's a good thing.
Bravo 366, I got you in there too, 36 off, man. Right back from Beantown, 66, that's quiet.
Cut my lips off, left one over 7, get back on the side before I get my lips cut off, I'll see ya. Oh, really? Oh, wow. The shield of Mil-Spec coax. That's, you know, I never would have thought of that, but that would work perfectly good. Absolutely. Wow, what a trip. Yeah, you know, I didn't give my little quad much of a chance, but I had it mounted on the corner of the building where the Yagi was, and I knew the Yagi caused problems when I ran power through it because it was too close to my station. And so I put the quad up in the same place, figuring that it would either have the same problem, or because of the nature of the quad and the isolated element from the boom and so on and so forth, maybe that it'd be different. But it man, when I transmitted with full power into that little 3-element quad, it tore my shack up big time. So I took it down, and I used the boom. I used the boom of it for this 4-element Yagi that's on the van right now. The break. Whoops, where was my on-key button?
And I didn't know how long that shield would work.
When you key down, that's all I hear is roadblock in Tampa Bay.
It works well, and I'm using 17 gauge aluminum fence wire from truck.
That Mother Nature. Roger. Now on the driven element, did you make 4 separate wires with lugs at the ends to tie them all to the same places, or did you make it one long, solid 36-foot long piece of wire that went all the way around from one to the other with an insulator on it? Very good, yeah, no dissimilar metals, any of that kind of stuff. Very, very good, awesome. Well, you certainly got it to working well. It always puts a good signal up in here. Looks like you got the longevity part worked out, and yeah, old Quadzilla's working good for you.
I'm waiting on Mother Nature. Roll back my way, 427 in the gold, green the middle.
All the Mako parts that I want to use, the pictures where they got the 500, but there's not a lot of them.
Conway, bump. Did I hear 188 miles over? Hello, Miller, what's that? All my friends in the planes. Great shaky. 2105 in the hog yard. What a hot day
The bracket was over aluminum for the element.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, the way I did it on my, I had homemade brackets that I made on the 84 footer, the big dual polarity beam, and I used muffler clamps, 3-inch muffler clamps, and I welded two. Well, some of them I only used one, but on a lot of the elements I welded two together, so there were two 3-inch muffler clamps side by side. And then I only used 4 bolts, but you know I clamped that together, and then on the other side was another muffler clamp, and that converted the round to a flat, and then the flat I put on a what did I do on the flat? I put a God, I can't picture. Oh, I used channel. I used some 1 1/4 inch or 1 1/4 inch channel, and I laid that across the top of the bracket. Then I put the element in the channel, and then I put the bolts all the way through the bracket and the channel and the element, and then on the top I used another channel, and I put the channel on top, and then I put bolts on the top, so that sandwiched it together. That's how I did my homemade muffler or boom to element clamps on that antenna.
Yeah, one tail guys.
I would imagine if I ever did one for somebody else, I would do the same idea, attach them together where they can move. That just seems to work really well for the driver and reflector.
Right, exactly, yeah, that's, the rectangle, I don't know what the difference is between a rectangle, if it's a full wave, you know, and you have it, oriented as a square or a diamond, for one, you know, everything that's 45 degrees is still relatively vertical, and everything that's, fed, well, not 45 degrees in relation to what? Everything that's 45 degrees fed from the bottom of the top is horizontal. Everything that's 45 degrees fed from the sides is still considered vertical. And if you make the box a box where vertical is vertical and horizontal is horizontal, then of course that's self-explanatory. And then you have round, and then you have round, and you have, hang on a second. Hold on. You going?
Yes.
Okay.
I heard you talking, so I walked over to go into this video room, and I go, what the hell?
He's out in the van again. Man.
He's everywhere.
Oh, man.
I'll see you later.
Have a good day.
Have a good day.
All right.
I won't see you till really late.
Sounds good. Bye-bye. All right, so anyway, so round versus square versus diamond versus rectangular. I'm not sure all the ins and outs on all that. Of course, I don't have any experience with them, so I can't say, but I'm sure you've done your experimentation to break.
Thanks for the match back to the
Most of the triangles have the least amount of angles, and through all the configurations to a 3-to-1 rectangle is the most amount of Mine is 2-to-1. It just seems to be the easiest one to come up with.
Morning time up that way now. If you got a sloppy.
10-4, okay, sounds good. Wow, what a trip. Well, that's an exciting antenna. It's certainly working well. This little thing I'm really pleased with. You know, I built this antenna with some limitations that I had, or requirements, I should say. I wanted it to be one man deployable, really easily deployable in the field. I wanted it to have a little space greater than the width of the van, so that between the driven element and the director, so it could straddle the van. I wanted it to mount in the middle and have the weight balancing, equal on front and back. I I wanted it to be broadbanded, and it is. Oh my God, this thing's way broadbanded. And I wanted more than 9 dB of gain, and they got 9.75 dB of gain. I got broadbandedness all the way from down 26,800 to 27.5 something, 505. Both extremes beyond where I'll ever use it. And I got it lightweight, single man, one man deployable, and it goes up and straddles the van, no problem. So yeah, this little antenna worked out really good.
I'm looking for a breakout.
A breakout.
Yeah, the bandwidth on this is about the same. I mean, it's the way I experienced it. Or the sideband channel. That's pretty much where I'm at. But it's balanced. There's a lot.
Adio, 346 BYU on the mill.
As far as being balanced, and I think we discussed this. I built this antenna in the air on the roof, so it's not something I had to.
What's going on there, Mr. Maverick? What's going on the west side, man?
Balance, but I think I got pretty close to it. And the only thing I'm gonna do different on the next.
They hear you on the honeydews, man. Yeah, you gotta get that every now and then, man. You can't stay on the radio all the time, brother. We gotta put in them honeydews that break.
Little build I'm gonna do.
10-4, very good. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna kind of sort of cut this a little bit on the short side because I got some competition up in there with you. It's getting tough. And I want to say hello, good morning to 346 in the BYU, and good to talk to you out there. Ain't no doubt about that. Lee Majors with that great big old Quaggy and all the good ideas. A Motormouth Mall working the small ball peen mall out here. I know Mother Nature's going to get rough and tough, and she's dipping and dabbing and flipping and flopping. Hey, Lee Majors, have a good day. And we'll stay with you a little bit, but I don't know if we can carry it on real long because there's some big hammers. Old 346 come up in there with the audio coming out from the depths of what you call big audio. Motormouth Mall cruising they got down.
What's going on there, Motormouth Mall? Hey, Motormouth Mall. Good down here, spring line. 2517 ring.
410, we'll get that and catch you a little bit later on. That 2517, man, you got some audio up in there. Holy cow. That thing sounds like you weigh 500 pounds. hey, 346, that thing sounds like you weigh 500 pounds, Supreme.
Just 205, man, just 205. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. That thing sounding good you got over there, man.
Well, I appreciate that, yeah. I was sitting out here in the van talking, and Jackie was leaving to go into town, and she heard me talking, but she's like, what? He's not in the radio room. Where is he? And she comes out here, and here I am sitting in the van talking on the radio in the driveway to break.
Oh, that's funny, man. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you got that van straight, man. Yeah, you know what you got going on there, that's for sure. 410. Yeah, it took a little doing to get the audio and everything all where I wanted it, but I think I got it going. It's right on the edge. It still sounds good on the narrowband CB radio, and it's bodacious on a wideband radio. Holy cow. You know, something that can hear the bass. There's plenty of, I thought there wasn't enough bass, but I think there's plenty of bass up in there. Hey, Roger. You ever messed around with the Thetis software for the Hermes light?
Not yet, but I will soon, because I bought a Hermes light. I have one. I didn't put it together yet. I got to put the little shim heat sink in there and put it together. Then I'm waiting for a computer to show up. I bought a dedicated computer for it. I was going to use another computer, and then I forgot. I reused that computer for something else when I built the listening room. So I had to buy yet another computer. So anyway, when I get that other computer, I'll be going down the path of the Hermes light, and I'm going to use Thetis. I'm going to try Thetis first. I haven't had any experience with any of that Hermes stuff yet, but that was the idea, was to have this radio as the backup in the van and have the Hermes be the main radio in the van. And I know what I
can put in today. I got my other REA, so I'm going to put REA in the van too. So anyway, we'll have REA up in here, the Hermes in here, audio processing in here, and internet browsing, all separate machines in the van here. So anyway, I'll learn more about Thetis as I get there. Great.
Hey, Roger. Yeah, I had a friend of mine. I got a computer right here in my shop on this 32-inch flat screen, but I'm not a computer guy, so he had downloaded, I'm using Console 3, and, that was doing pretty good. I run it through a little bit of the right gear, but, I was wanting to try the Thetis, but, like I say, I'm not computer happy there, Brink.
Yeah, 10-4. I'm really not a computer guy either, I use computers for things, but as far as configuring them and setting them up and all the, ins and outs, I kind of rely on other people to figure that stuff out for me. I'm not a computer geek, but, I sure do love the computers and what they can do for you. That's for sure. So I'm looking forward to Thetis. I understand Thetis is just a lot more configurable. It can let you have access to a lot more things and let you mess up a lot more things too. Whereas I think console version 3 doesn't have as many things to adjust to.
Yeah, I was talking with one guy on it was on Sideband, and he had Hermes Light, and he said the Thetis was a lot better.
10-4. I don't think there's a sound difference. I don't think you'll notice it. I don't think anybody will notice it on the receive end, and you won't notice it really on how people sound, except for if there's anything to do with the digital signal processing and that kind of thing on the receiver. That I think I don't know where that comes into play, but I know there's some pretty incredible DSP stuff that can happen in that realm too that I haven't experienced yet, but I've understood that there's some pretty cool DSP stuff. But having access to all of the various different features, you may like a little bit more with Thetis.
Radio Shack Crush. No one can hear me.
It was a little rough that time.
Hello,
It was a little rough there, more than my mom. But I got a scoop, man. Yeah, I don't think, they have a little bit more access to a couple of different things. But for sound quality, yeah. It was 2020. That's who I spoke with, 2020. He had the Hermes Light and with the Thetis.
Well, I'll have to talk to him. He's my neighbor. He is up here north of me about 60 miles. He's up in Paso Robles. He's about 60 miles north of me, so I'll have to talk to him a little bit, pick his brain, and see what I can learn from him since he's close by. But yeah, I can't wait to learn this stuff. It's going to be neat, and then that way I can have the old Cobra 29LX here as a backup break.
Yeah, he said he wasn't running no external gear, man, and I'll tell you what, I don't know if you ever heard him lately on it, but oh my God, that thing is so clean, sounds so good.
There's something else I don't know anything about that I intend to learn something about, and it's that Pure Signal. I don't know anything about it yet, but there's something called Pure Signal that you can use, and I don't know if that's a sideband only thing or if that's an AM thing or both. But there's something called Pure Signal I gotta figure out the break.
Yeah, I believe KP68 Ken made a video on it. Ken made a video on it.
Yeah, I saw that video and oh my God, he said you can go both ways. Some people liked it, some people didn't like it. I guess I personally thought it sounded a lot better with it on, Deborah.
Hey, Roger on that. Oh, yeah. Well, all right, man, I hate to scat, but I'm going to be back after a while. I need to go run and do a little errand for the wife. So, I'm going to scoot on out of here, Motor Mom. It's been a pleasure. That old van sounding good, my friend. 346 on these old muddy banks of the BYU getting up.
Fortune to 346. Appreciate the bump down into QSO, the world of sound. Have a great day out there.
We got Bobby Boucher in there today. Bobby Boucher, number 20 Illinois, try.
Hey, tell tell Bobby Boucher I say good morning out there. Yeah, it's always a treat, a pleasure to hear Bobby Boucher roll up into Santa Maria over here in that big old truck that brings.
Man, you ain't kidding there. He's got that thing set up right. It's smooth.
Yep, 10-4, really good sounding mobile, and not just when he's parked, when he's driving it sounds good. I just got this van parked right now. I don't know what this would sound like if I was going down the road, with road noise. I had to put a relay on the air compressor for the big Vast. Not that I would drive it down the road with the Vast stuff, but I had an air compressor running for the mast, and the air compressor cycles, every so often when it wants to cycle, it cycles, but it doesn't care if you're keyed up or not, it cycles. So I didn't want the air compressor in the background, so I put a relay on there to bypass it. So if it is in cycle mode, and I key down, I can have it quiet in here, but if I was going down the road, there'd be noise all the time to break.
Roger that, yeah. Yeah, it don't care if you're talking or not, does it? It just wants to do its thing.
Yep. And Bobby Boucher has really worked out all of the issues in that mobile and dealing with the regen mode and the road noise going down the road. I think he said that there's something like 84 dB or 85 dB of noise in the cab of that truck while he's driving, and you can't even tell. There's nothing in the background when he keeps down.
No. The first time I heard him and he said that he was in the big rig, I thought, man, there ain't no way that he's got that kind of sound coming out of a mobile. And man, oh man, it's beautiful. I would kill for audio like that out of my base unit, let alone out of a mobile. Yeah, he's got it going on for sure.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, very cool stuff, that's for sure. Well, I wanted this mobile to sound close to how he sounds, and so I kind of he's my benchmark as far as what mobiles sound like, or what I should say what mobiles should sound like. He's my benchmark, and I think I got this thing close, but not quite there, Rick. There's still probably a little bit, I don't know what the difference is yet. I got to hear him in some recordings, but I think it's close.
Thank you.
Unless you say something, I really can't tell the difference personally myself, but there might be guys out there that can. But
anyway, it's getting busy out there. I'm going to get back on the side, read the mail for a little bit. Motormouth Mall working a small pin ball out here in the van, getting on down, breaker. I do have a water get going in the shack. Shop. Anyway, I've got a water get going in the shack to break.
Hello, 356, my friend, please.
Yeah, I guess I fell out on you there, Motormouth Mom. I'm going to get out of here. I just tried to get Bobby Boucher there. I heard him in there a minute ago and talked to him yesterday. I thought I'd try to get him here.
Going off the bow.
10-4, yeah. Conditions dipping and dabbing and flipping and flopping and going all over the place right about now. So I'll get back on the side. So 73s, have a good day. We'll catch you a little bit later on. Your West Coast undermodulated beast working this van. Got down, breaker.
Hey, Motormouth Mall.
410. 10-4, Motormouth Mall. Just don't park it down by the river. All right. Number 20, Illinois, we're out.
14 to number 20. I sure appreciate the bump down and doing one heck of a job from Illinois. You know what? Hey, number 20. Let me see if I can look at a little bit more toward Illinois.
Yeah, that brought you up there. Brought you up a SUV or two. For sure. I usually just point a little bit. I just point west. Get you pretty decent drive. Some just far south, maybe get you harder. But I don't know. I'm not as narrow as probably you are either. Mine's got a pretty big lobe on the front.
Yeah, this one's got a pretty big lobe.
Yep, yeah, they just found out getting on Bobby still hacking your signal all the way down there inside. It's just old Mother Nature, you know, she does what she wants with her signal, so.
It's all good. Everything says I'm working, so we'll see.
You're doing a good job. It's same as your.
Hey, Kim and I mobile. I hear you down here in the show me stage just fine.
10-4, yeah, that make a little bit of a difference for you to break. Hey, 118 in the Bighorn, this ought to make a bit of a difference. Yeah, 118, I can't get back to you, I guess. A Motormouth Mall working the small ball peen mall. I turned the antenna back around to Bighorn. I heard somebody coming out of Austin, Texas, but I didn't hear you yet. There, 118 Motormouth Mall stepping.
Okay, Ghost, have a great day. Appreciate it. Silent choice yourself up here in the Big Apple. 73s. Side of my antenna that I did on the front there, break. Maybe it's a Mother Nature thing. I'll look at you again. I'll look at you one more time. I'm going to look down that way one more time. A 118 Motormouth Mall, look and break. I got down.
10-4. Well, that time it worked right. That time my antenna directionality is working. I think this must have been a Mother Nature thing. A 118 in the Bighorn, Motormouth Mall working the small bill, stepping breaker.
Motormouth Mall, sounding good over here in the Show Me State this morning. 1137's waving.
410, and hello, 1137 around the Show Me State. Well, you're smoking coming up in here, too. You sounding good, looking good. 1137, if you got a grip. Motormouth Mall looking break. 121, old school around Maryland State. Got you up in there, break.
You got your pinpoint and everything. You're right, or you moved it to the northeast corner.
410, well, it's good to see you up in there, rolling up in there from the northeast corner in fine style. Ain't no doubt about that. A 121 old school Maryland Motormouth Mall waving and stepping. I got all the way up.
Right there. And you got the smallest station in the state of Maryland, this old school. And we're back talking.
I might be the smallest station in California right now while I work these 150 birds. Hey, old school, I might be the smallest station in California working 150 birds. Hello to you one more time, old school. Motormouth Mall working these 150 birds. Got down right there, breaker.
Like I said, you got 2,787 people calling you now. Your friend and Aaron, old school's back line.
That's a lot of people. Hey, old school, that's a whole lot of people calling right there, right now. Break.
Maybe 40 bird getting on down.
40 birds is working beautiful right there while you're getting on down. Break.
Rod Joe on the big audio. Hey, Mountain Man? Hey, Mountain Man, I got you in there. It's kind of rough and tough. Mountain Man up there in Washington. Go Roper in Arkansas,
Hey, Goat Roper, I hear you up in there too around Arkansas. I'll say hello to you real fast, but I got to get out of here. I got to run into town myself and take care of a couple of errands. So, but hello, Goat Roper, if you got any kind of a sloppy copy. Motormouth Mall working the Smallville, waving and stepping. I got down, break.
Well, good morning, Motormouth Mall. Hey, Motormouth Mall, good morning. I almost got you confused with one of the locals. Go Roper out here in the hog yard. Go take care of your rat killing in town, man. We'll talk to you later. You sounding good.
14, you sounding real good over here, too. Ain't no doubt about that. All right, there. Good to hear you up in there, Goat Roper. Keep that hammer down, and we'll catch you a little bit later on. I'm going to get out of here and take care of a couple things in town, and I'll come back. I got a couple projects in the irons in the fire I got to take care of, so we'll be back later on. Hey, Goat Roper, have a good day. Enjoy to its fullest. Motormouth Mall working the small ball peen mall on a hump day, and I got down. Break.
Check. You stay safe. We'll talk to you later.
You got that right. There's crazy people on the road all over the place. Man, oh man, it's crazy out there. All right, catch you later on. I'm out. I'll see you. Bye.
Radio station 1137 down here in the Show Me State with the Wave.
By 11:37, I got to get out of here and get into town. We'll catch you later on. 11:37, Motormouth Mall stepping in 10-7.
410, Motormouth. Have a good day. Be safe out there.
410, you have a good day too. We'll catch you a little bit later on. 7-3, and I'm out.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, this boy. Who in the world will be playing marbles with Dingleberry?
Hey, 950 New York. If you got a sloppy copy. 1137 down here in the Show Me State. Giving you 4 fingers on the phone. Sounding good down here this morning.
Where's all the big strippers at today?
I hear you just fine over here. Let's go.
That depends on which way I'm looking with my antenna. I'm in a Mobile looking through my base antenna and hammering my base station. So if it sounds bad on YouTube, it all depends on what direction I'm looking. And I don't know if you've ever had two radios real close to each other or not, but I think you can get the idea. 7-3s.
Yeah, I noticed that yesterday. Whenever you spun the house around is when it obliterated the receiver.
Gen 4, yeah. Now I'm barefoot on the base, so anyway, and the base isn't designed to talk barefoot like this. I'm not monitoring it, so I have no idea what it's doing, but I got to jump in the house. I'm going to shut this thing off. I think I had the attenuation set at about... not quite 30 dB. Now I've got it rolled up to about 35 dB. I'll leave it at 35. Maybe later today I'll try it again. I got to have a lot of dB of attenuation on the SDR receiver so my mobile doesn't overload it with all that 150 watts carrier and a bunch of audio. So, you know how that goes. Well, motor mouth, mall waving, 7-3s. Bye.
Take care, 73. Have a good day. Bye.